Go flat tracker. Go flat tracker. Go, go, go. Go flat tracker. Go flat tracker. Go, go, go. Go flat tracker. Go flat tracker. Go, go.
The KLAVR FLAT TRACK POD is brought to you by our partners 193 Racing, INk, Classic Wheel Spokes and Otway Hydroblasting,
Trac Rite Suspension.
Euroka Fencing, and of course, KLAVR FLAT TRACK products. They support us, so go support them. Now on to the episode. Go Flat Tracker.
All right, sweet. G'day, folks. Darcy Claver here, Tom Northey, and the Paige Brothers for the Paige Brothers pod, which is pretty good to get these guys on up in Queensland. Another Claver flat track pod talking about flat track racing. I've got a feeling this is going to have quite a strong road emphasis to this one as well. So, welcome, guys. Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
well, pretty much. What are we? 3 days out, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Couple days out. How's it all going?
Yeah, good. I just really eating a bunch of Christmas snacks, and that's about it. Just going to the pool. Yeah.
Not me. I've been training every day. I don't.
Have you? Yeah.
Anyway, I don't really eat it. Kind of makes me feel sick. So.
Yeah, right. Well, once you've been doing that for a while now, haven't you? So once you cut out the sugar and everything, and
you don't really eat it anymore.
Yeah, you can't handle it when you go back to it. Yeah, my daughter's a bit like that. What was I going to say? Yeah, your old man said that you're a bit of a runner. I see the road bike behind you there, Bodie. Whose is that one? Is it both of yours or?
We got two, but that's Jake's one because it fits on the indoor Swift.
Yeah, we just kind of, I don't know, every once in a while, if it's, I don't know, rain outside or we're feeling pretty good, we'll come in here, go for maybe 30 to 50 kilometer cycle. And, it's good to have something we can train inside with. It's accessible. We can get to it easily if we need it. And, it's good.
Yeah, I've actually never used one of those. They're a lot better than a what do you call the fixed cycles? The
ones you go in the gym.
Exercise bike. Yeah,
those ones. I've never really ridden, but I don't know. I've heard that the ones inside are a lot better because they're made for it. So yeah, I couldn't really tell you, but yeah, I enjoy riding the cycle bike inside because it's really easy. You got aircon. You can watch TV if you want to, and yeah.
You don't have flies or mosquitoes or insects attacking your mid-ride either. Yeah, that's a benefit.
Yeah, go for a little snack break sometimes.
Yeah, a bowl of snacks next to you.
You seem quite snack orientated there, Jake. So you love your food, obviously.
Yeah, I'm a big food guy. I like food. Yeah, like steak.
When you're burning lots of energy, why not? You need to refuel, don't you?
Lots of candy bars.
So, for the people there, and including myself, I don't know heaps about you apart from what I see on other social stuff and media releases and that. Just introduce yourselves and tell us your name, your age, and where you're located. That'd be great. Thanks.
Yeah, look, my name's Jake Paige. I was born in Melbourne. I live on the Gold Coast. I'm 14 years old, and I race motorbikes for a living internationally. Occasionally I do it back here in Australia, and it's really cool. And it's my brother.
I'm Bodie Paige. I was born in Queensland, and I'm 15 years old. I also do racing internationally, and occasionally I'll ride in Australia for a bit, but mostly training.
Yeah, so you're back home at the moment for a break. So I think. Are you both living in America like for 9 months of the year, or is that just you, Bodie, or what's going on?
No. So this year it was just me in America, and sometimes my dad would come over to help me with the race meets. But Jake was in Australia most of the year. He had a few what do you call it?
Races?
No, he had like a few, like he raced Ovale and the ASBK here, so he had contracts before the year started.
Oh, right.
Righto. Yeah. And because you've both been doing trials and that as well, haven't you? I think you went to, where was it, Spain or something a couple of weeks back?
I went to Spain for the Moto Mini World Series. They change the name like the last round, I think they released it, and it's a bit different than mini GP. Yeah, it's cool. We went there. We had high expectations. This year was really good in terms of Ovale, Australia. Me and the boys, we really stepped it up from last year. Broke all the lap records at all the tracks. Me and Judd Place said we really raised the bar for Australia, and we went over there. I was really high expectations. I thought I could do top 5, and we did. I ended up practice day overall P4, so it was really good. And then a few problems in qualifying, and ended up qualifying P9 on the grid. But we turned around the races. I ended up, my best position on track was 3rd, and unluckily we high side the last corner in a fight for the podium. So yeah, and then the last 2 races, the second one, another rider took me out, and it was pretty upsetting. We were in the top 5 again, and it was really, we had a really good time, but a few things that didn't quite go our way. But it was a really good learning experience, and I would do the same thing again. Go for the last corner. I see it, I'll go for it. And it's really cool. All the boys back here in Australia riding the Ovales, really stepping it up. Road racing here, the level's just getting higher and higher each year. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's an awesome effort. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
And you're A-OK after your high side, like you got back on and finished the
Yeah,
meeting,
it was, yeah. I felt it as soon as I let the brake off. I felt it, and I was like, damn it. But I got back up, and I got 10th in that first race, and it's pretty upsetting, but it was really cool. It really opened my eyes to how good I can be and what I can do on track. So last few years we've been chasing the level, and it was cool to see that we were at the level this year and the world. So now we can raise the bar and we can be better than them. So it's really cool.
Yeah, nice. I love the confidence. I love it.
Yeah, so let's take it back a couple steps. How did this all start? So you started dirt track. From what I understand, Dad's not a racer. Is it in the family, or how did it all get going?
You wouldn't believe it, but no one in our family races. It's been really me and Bodie, in our family. So one day we kind of hey, Mum and Dad, this looks really cool. Can we get a motorbike? We watch the Deegans all the time. We were interested in it. So yeah, we got 2 bikes, TTR 50 and a TTR 110. So it was really cool. Bodie was a lot better than me when we first started. I was pretty terrible. So it was really cool.
And I can pick who's the talker in the family and who's not already.
Yeah, it doesn't let me talk at all. It takes the questions.
So if Jake doesn't make a career in racing, he can be your media manager and do all the work in the background for you, Bodie.
Yeah, maybe he can start his own podcast and get heaps talking.
Well, mate, from what I can see already, you're welcome on here anytime. And anyone that loves talking about the sport is welcome to join us. We've got Ange Branson. Actually, she's going to be angry with us because we didn't invite her to this one. Anytime you want to come on, Jake, and talk to other people about their racing and that, you're more than welcome. Just hit us up. Say I've got some spare time, which I imagine you probably don't have much of. Yeah. And we'll get you on. But that's really interesting. I did know that just from talking to your dad, and he was sort of saying about I still find this a little bit hard to believe that he was saying that he didn't really know much about the bikes and setup and all that sort of thing, and knowing how involved you've got and how far you've come along, I found that quite surprising. So how does all that sort of behind and getting your bikes ready and that work, who helps you do all that?
Yeah, so this year it was hard for me. It was me and Mum most of the year. It was really hard not having Dad there this year. I think I had him at maybe 3 or 4 road racing meets this year, and it was hard for me, but me and Mum got through it. We worked together. We got it done, and we came away with really good positions per se, and yeah, it was really cool. Bodie in America, he had a few rounds where Dad wasn't there, and yeah, the sacrifices this year have been really hard compared to the last few years. You know, I've had to work on my bike this year, which I've never done in my life. So, yeah, it was different.
And Bodie, you said you like the mechanical side.
No, I just
Oh,
whenever I'm here, whenever I'm doing my bike or changing tires, I'm always doing jigs at the same time, so it takes me double the amount of time, and I'm doing it quite frequently. So, I mean, it keeps me busy for sure, but I definitely prefer training or riding.
you went from your 50s, and I'm guessing you started in dirt track. Is that right? Aussie dirt track?
Yeah, we started riding at around, he was 7, I was 8, and we were just doing some laps in a paddock for about a year, and then we signed up to a local club here, which it's called My Catchers Junior Motorcycling Club. And from there, yeah, we went up through the bikes quick. We started on a 110, he was on a 50, I went to a Fear 2-stroke Divi 2, and then to a 65, and then it was probably not even 7 or 8 months, I got an 85, and I started training on that. And yeah, I was on those two bikes racing. I was racing three. I was racing the mod, the 65 and the 85. And we did that for about 2 years because we moved up through the bikes pretty quick. And then I started racing a 250. Well, not racing, but I started training on a 250 for a few months. And then we were reading something about the amateur flat track nationals in America. So we managed to find a bike that we could get over there to ride through the week. And we were just going there to test it out, see if it would be fun and if we do it again. And for sure, I was running a few races on the half mile, and I was getting pretty good positions on the other track. So the year after that, we came back again, and I think Jake was there with me as well. I think he was racing in 85, and we managed to get some pretty good results through that. And then from there on, we just kept going back every year to the point where, I'm winning Horizon Awards and championships. So it's been really good.
Well, congratulations on that, because I was listening to Corey Texter, who you know quite well, the other day, and I believe you one of the only riders to win 2 Horizon Awards in 2 different disciplines. So that's pretty exciting and pretty impressive. And what does that mean to you? Because you seem, for a young person, you seem pretty fit. Well, you both do, very focused. And for not having a racing family background, I'm quite interested. Where does that come from? Is it the rewards you're getting that's driving you to go harder, or?
For sure, yeah. But I think most of it is the family sacrifices and how much work mum and dad put in and day out. Like when we're not racing, either overseas or on a weekend, mum and dad are in work, and they started around from 5 to 6 in the morning, sometimes even 4, and they don't get back till around 7 or 8 at night. So they're putting in 100%, and I think that thing that makes me want to give my 100% to that, and just makes me go into a race weekend, and it just makes me want to win. I just got that hunger from all the sacrifices we make, and that's why I train so hard, and I'm so focused, because I want to make this work. And yeah, I think my confidence is there, and I think I'm putting in the work that I have to, and I'm not going to stop until I get there. So
that's a winner's mentality right there. You guarantee your parents are insanely proud of you too. That's awesome to hear. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how much work mum and dad put in. They don't have it easy, especially mum this year. She hasn't been out of Australia once this year, and she's been working nonstop. Dad too. Like, I'm not taking away from any of them, but me and mum this year, we've worked like together in my races over here, and it's been really cool to see how we, as just 2 people, me who knows more, and mum who's really, really invested in those. She's like she's head deep in the water. You know, she wants us to make it more than anyone in the world. So it's really cool. That's what kind of drives me. You know, everyone, my parents, you know, they've dug a hole for us, and you know, there's no plan B for me or Bodie, I don't think. So I think that's what my drive is. There's nothing else in the world that will make me this happy and, you know, will drive me this hard to be as good as I am at something. So yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I'm really grateful for what they've done for me and my brother, and yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty big mission, isn't it? Because you've also got a couple sisters, don't you? Or one sister or two sisters?
Oh yeah, we got two. So we got our little one, which is kind of hard to deal with sometimes. She's 4 years old, and my other sister, she's 10 years old. She's kind of the same. So
They're girls, Bodie. They're all hard to deal with, don't worry.
yeah, you're not lying about that.
So do the girls have any interest in motorcycles at all?
Chloe, which is the older one, not at all. She won't even hop on a Stasic or a 110 now to just ride around the yard. She is just away from it. Ayla, which is the younger one, she's very much more interested in it. Like she'll ride around the yard every day when she gets home from kindy or preschool, and yeah, you know, they're both really different people. You know, Ayla's this high on life in her own world little girl, and Chloe's really, you know, chin up, really sassy, girly type of person. So
She loves to do it.
Yeah, I noticed you choosing your words very
He's
carefully.
trying to be very polite with talking about his sister. I
Yeah.
love it. He's very PR trained. He's done it very well.
Yeah, very, really good.
that's
So, is it fair to say that the emphasis is more on the road racing than the dirt track now, or do you think is that just because there's more of a career path for you in road racing than flat track?
yeah, it's just two different things, you know. That's the dirt track was we were really invested in it, and you know, ever since I first hopped on a road bike, I've been in love with it, and you know, it's really cool, and yeah, I'm loving it. Bodie's the same, you know, we both love racing both disciplines, but I think road is a lot more rewarding because I feel like so much more hard work goes into it, you know. And yeah, I think I love them both, but road is really, really cool to, you know, be in that little circle of really cool, fast, young riders coming through the ranks in Australia.
Tom knows a lot more about road racing than I do. I've done a little bit, but more motard than anything. But with the O'Varley stuff, are they on the 190s or what? Do they have different classes, or how's that work?
Yeah, so we introduced a new 110 class, which is for the really young kids. So I'm racing a 190, which is I think 13 to 16. And then we have the 160s, which is I think 14 to 10 or 11. And they're both really good classes, and you learn so much. You know, I started on a 160, Bodie started on a 190, and you know, we both learned so much from it. You know, Wayne Maxwell, he's the whole coordinator of it. He's put in hours for me, and you know, this year I've come a long way with Wayne, and you know, I got into Asia Talent Cup, and I think 40% of that would be from Wayne's help, you know, getting me to where I am today. And I think that's like Corey's to Bodie, you know, he's really taken Bodie under his wing, and I think it's really cool how someone you didn't know 3 years ago is like a second dad to you now.
Mm. Yeah, the knowledge, Wayne Maxwell's knowledge is absolutely incredible, and the things you'll forget more things than you absorb with him. He's absolutely unreal. Yeah, I've done a bit of work with him. He's an insane rider. Very, very knowledgeable about road racing.
Yeah,
Are those O'Varley 190? Oh, they're a Daytona 190, aren't they? The engine.
Yeah, so they're like a some Chinese engine. You know, they're an Italian brand with a Chinese engine. I couldn't really tell you much about the bike, but it's like a 12-inch wheel with a bigger frame than the 160 and 190 engine. The Daytona is the 10-inch wheel with the 190 engine. And the 160 Evo, which is the new version, is a bigger frame from the smaller frame that we had last year, which is at least a second lap faster now because of how much more room you have. The bikes, it's cool. And then you have the 110s, which is the little ones that you can get electric start, kick start, automatic, non-automatic. It's just there's a few different ones out there, but I race the 190. Bodie still rides a 190 sometimes, and it teaches you a lot.
What are other main classes you're racing, Bodie?
For flat track, there's a few different classes. There's 450 modified, open heavyweight, production class, and open singles, I think it is. And I ride 450 in all of them. I've been doing that for 2 years now. 2 years in a row I've been doing that. And next year, because I won the Horizon Award, I have my pro license now. So I'm going to be racing pro next year, but we have some good stuff lined up for flat track. It's going to be really exciting when we share the news. It should be soon, but yeah, it's just, I go into every weekend and just thinking about, I mainly want to win, but I just think about having fun, because if you're not having fun, then there's a probability that you're probably not going to win. So I just try and make the most out of every weekend, spend some time with some friends, and yeah.
Very awesome. So that's the flat track side of stuff. The road racing you were doing, was it the 300 series in Road America? Is that right? Or
no, it's the new class that they bring in this year. It's called the Moto America Talent Cup. So they're a KTM engine, 350, and they just built a frame around it, and they basically made this completely new bike that hasn't ever been ridden before. So it was all new to everyone, and I think it was a good series for me to ride this year. It taught me a lot of things. One more than anything is to be patient and smooth. And then I rode a 750 at Daytona for the first time and managed to win my first race there. So that was pretty cool, and I'm very excited for when I get the hop on one for a full season.
Yeah, that's awesome. Are you able to race the Daytona 200 or?
I'll be too young for it, but next year after next year, 2027, I'll be able to for sure.
Yeah, and you'll have a bit more experience under your belt by that time too, which it's probably a good thing, isn't it? It's a hard balance, because I'm sure you're really keen to try everything, but some things I actually like the racer strategy of, and especially when parents buy their junior the bike that they're going to be racing in a year or two, and give them a year to just do practice days and test days and not competition, and get your head around your next level, the bike that you're going on to next. It's sort of I think it could reduce injuries and accidents because you're getting a bit of confidence on it before you actually go racing. Would you agree with that, or do you don't care, you just want to hop straight in and go for it?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, like there's people around you that know, like my dad and Wayne Maxwell. I look at them and say, am I ready to go on to the bigger bike or the next bike? Am I good enough? Am I strong enough? Do I have that? Am I ready, to go up? So I think next year we'll go up onto an even bigger bike and faster bikes. And obviously I'm in Asia Talent Cup, so I'll be going 230 down a straight, not 200. So it's going to be a little jump, which is okay for me. And there's things coming for 2026 in overseas. So I can't wait to share those with, everyone who supports me. And yeah, it'll be really cool. Me and Bodie, I think we'll be a lot more together this next year. And this year was harder for me. I didn't get to see, my brother all year, really. I got to see him, I think, for 3 months total this year. And it was hard because he was like that that friend that I never knew I had. He's my brother, but he's more of a friend than he is a brother. So it was hard, and I'm sure it was hard for him as well. But I think it was a really big learning experience for us both to learn how good we have it, to have how close we are in age, and how we share the same passion, and it's really cool.
It is, and by the time the Christmas break, you'll be hoping he goes back to America without you.
You can't wait to get away from each other for 9 months. I'm thinking if it was my sister, man, 9 minutes is too long, and I want to get out of there.
Yeah.
No, that's fantastic. So you're obviously keeping a bit under your hat. We did ask you off here what you can release and what you can't. So can you give us a little glimpse without getting yourselves into trouble what's going to happen next year for you?
Yeah, so he will be probably racing in the maybe.
Well, you share what you're going to do first.
I'll be racing in Moto America Talent Cup most likely, and that's I think all I can say. But yeah, that's what I'll probably be racing in. Might do the nationals in America and a few things. There's a few things happening. happening.
The amateur nationals, flat track, is that right?
Yeah, the AMA Grand Flat Track Nationals. So
do you know where they're broadcasting the Moto America, just so everyone in Australia here can tune in and watch it? Is it on fans choice or?
It's all live streamed on Moto America Live Plus.
Right, okay.
I think it's pretty cheap a month. And you can have multiple people on one account, so it's cool, and I think it's really cheap. We have, I think, 10 family members that watch it on the same account. So yeah.
That's all right. Just post it up here so we can all jump on it, and no one's got to pay for it.
Put a post up.
What about you, Bodie? What do you got planned for next season?
Mine's a bit more tricky to try and not get myself into trouble, but
yeah.
I think all I can say is I'm gonna be on a bigger bike, and for sure a better team. But that's all I can say at this moment until we post any news on it. But yes, we have signed a few things.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, we're excited to share the news.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say we're going to be on 2 black tires and going around a track and hopefully going really fast. We're going to be on something with 2 wheels and a throttle.
I love it. And so that's on the road side of things, I'm assuming, and you're going to do some flat track as well, or because of the road stuff you can, or?
No. So I think I can share this. We're going to do a few rounds of Pro AFT.
Yeah.
But
awesome.
I can't say what team yet. So,
that's cool. That's awesome. I'm pumped that you're on mine. I'm pumped that you've got a gig where you can focus, like you like doing on the racing and training side of things. I can't wait to see what you guys do.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't want to let flat track go, because it's such a good, what do you call it, talent to have.
Yeah. Well, you see all the MotoGP riders in Moto2, they're all flat track. They're all. You know what I mean? They're all on them, training and whatever else. So yeah, you've definitely got the passion and the love for the right sport to propel you in the one that you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. And it definitely helps with being comfortable with the bike sliding. Like most riders are like wheels in line and they want the bike to not move a lot under the brakes. But for me, when I ride a road bike, I want to come into the corner as hard as I can and attack it. And I want the bike to be moving around.
Yeah.
Like for me, it just feels comfortable that way. Like when it slides or what I've got, like when the bike's moving and it's flexing. So that for me feels more comfortable. And I think that's why I'm good in the rain. Like I'm just comfortable with the bike moving around, and I have the right style for it as well.
That answer you just gave them was very, very similar to Casey Stoner's answer when he got asked a question like that with riding styles and how his training and dirt track backgrounds work with his road racing. That was pretty much similar, exact same answer as what he gave. So if you're going in that direction, mate, you might have a couple of world titles under your belt.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's it.
That's what I'm working towards really hard for. So
no, that's awesome. I can't wait.
And so how important have the contacts that you've made over there been? Obviously, this isn't just a sole Jake and Bodie journey. It's not just about the rider, the guys that have come around you. How important's that been to you?
Really important. I first met Corey at the amateur nationals, and all I did was go up and say hi to him, and I just told him my name and my number basically, and he was watching me, and he saw something in me. So he invited us to one of his meets, which is called the Winter Throwdown. And then he asked us to stay for a little bit. I think it was around a month, and we did. And ever since then, our relationship grew, and I've just gotten really close to him and his family. Amber, Cruz, and Bo, they just had a new baby. So yeah, I'm really close with them now. They're basically my second family over there, and it helps a lot having people that are close to you like that. It just makes you feel more comfortable and a little bit more at home. But yeah, I mean, he's given us a lot of contacts over in America as well. He helps with that and a few sponsorships and contacts with people. And my mum and dad do a really good job at keeping that relationship with people that we don't really know well. So yeah, they do a lot behind the scenes, mum and dad, Corey. And yeah, it's just really thankful for it. And I'd do anything to give it back to them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, awesome. We probably won't see you doing much AFTN here in Australia next year. It sounds like you're going to have pretty stacked rosters overseas and more important fish to fry. It's impossible to know, but
it's hard because
where do you think this? Oh, sorry, Jake, you go, mate.
Yeah, so this year was really hard because I raced dirt track 3 times this year, but here, like I've never done that before. I raced my motorbike, my dirt bike. I rode it 4 times this year. It was really hard to sacrifice that, but I think that sacrifice, I wouldn't change a thing, because the amount of the level, how much I've improved on my road bike and my techniques, my mindsets, it's I'm really happy for what we've done this year. I don't think I raced AFTN this year. There was a few times where I was like, oh, I actually might want to do that, but road was always clashing with it, so it was, it's hard. I raced the Casey Stoner Cup this year, and we had a few good results in that. I won the Aussies this year, which is really cool and unexpected. It just like really shown that I showed myself I had what it takes to just do something that if I put my mind to it, I can do it. Going into that, like Bodie was there, I got, I think, 7th in my first heat. I stalled the bike going into the dog leg. It just showed that I hadn't ridden in a long time, so it was really cool to be
definitely
there.
Didn't give up.
So how hard is it? So I think your mindset you can sort of carry across the 2 disciplines, but how hard is it changing from a lie down in a road racing position to sitting back up into the flat track position? Do you find that transferring from one to the other? Do you find that hard, or do you find it's good cross training for your road
For
racing?
me, because I do a lot of both throughout the year, I can kind of adapt to it quickly. Like probably give me 1 or 2 laps and I feel comfortable again, and I can find the pace pretty quick. But for Jake, I think because he's on a road bike so much more than he is on a dirt bike, you can definitely see it. He's not as comfortable straight away. It takes him a few more laps to get comfortable with it.
Yeah, that was a question I was going to ask. I see myself once I get on a road bike that I'm going into left-hand turns and taking my foot off the peg and sort of hovering it and bringing it back on, not intentionally like what MotoGP and what do, but it's more as I'm starting to tip the bike in, as you do in dirt track, you take your leg off and start to balance yourself that way. I've always been told, or constantly told, keep your freaking feet on the pegs, mate. You're not on a dirt bike anymore. And to get my mindset around that, I was wondering what's it like with you guys too? And yeah, you pretty much
that's the hardest thing for me this year. I didn't race dirt track really at all this year, and that's what really surprised me at the Brizzy Cup, which was just gone. I got off a road bike and from Spain, and I came back, and Tom, you were there at the Barley Ranch, I wasn't going to race Brizzy Cup, and
Yeah.
someone convinced me like 4 days out from the race meeting to do it. So we got the bike ready. We went out to a friend's place to ride, and we didn't actually get that many laps because my bike was playing up. Like my brakes weren't working. I had a pretty big laydown there because my back brake just failed. So it's pretty. I think I got maybe 10 laps, was it? And it was hard. That's what was really surprising about Brizzy Cup. That first heat, I've never felt so comfortable. But I think all it is that just changeover. I think all you need is a session. That's what it takes for me, a session, because my body's so used to being down and not up and aggressive on it. So yeah, it's difficult, but when you get it, when your body's used to it, your mind's used to it, you know how long it takes, it gets easier mentally.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
So you guys are super young. What are you doing to stay young? Are you having fun? Like, because it can't just all be training. I mean, Jake's already confessed to trying to lose his teeth eating snacks. But what else do you do that you enjoy that's not motorbike related? Are you actually doing much, or is it all just bikes?
Nothing.
I mean,
Nothing.
every day I'm training, so every day I try and do 2 things a day. I either run in the morning and gym in the afternoon, or cycle, gym. But because I'm doing that all day and I'm mostly working on bikes, I don't really get the time. Well, I have time, but I'm just so focused on my career, and it just means a lot to me, and I just want to make it work. So I'm training so hard all the time, but mum and dad always try and remind me to try and be a kid, because it goes by pretty fast. So I try and hang out with some of my friends a few times, go out to do a little bit of shopping or something, or go out and eat with people. So I just try and keep it fun as well.
So do your kids play video games or any other sports, or is it you just got one mindset and that's it?
I couldn't think of anything more boring than video games, to be honest.
No,
not even MotoGP.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I play MotoGP. Yeah. I like that video game. It's a fun video game.
Yeah. Do you reckon they're harder to ride on using the controllers is all weird anyway, but do you reckon they're harder to ride than the real motorbike? I reckon that.
I don't actually know, because I've played the MotoGP games for years now, so it's just like it's kind of easy for me. But the only reason I really played is to learn the tracks, really. Like, I'm going to, I don't know, Coda in America. I'm going to play Coda for a few days, just know the track. I know turn 1, I know the track, the turns, I know the track map, I know what turns which. Like, I can just call out the turn, like the bike's having trouble at turn 6. It's good to know the track before you ride it.
Yeah, I've heard many stories of guys playing the game Isle of Man before they go over there, because it's such a long circuit, and the circuit's pretty much identical to the way it is in the game. They'll play that again and again and again and again just to get the track map imprinted in their head. And I dare say there'd be a lot of riders that aren't from Europe that go into, say, Moto3 or even like the Red Bull Rookies Cup and all that, things like that, would play those games to get a good mindset of where the corners are, how many there are, you know what I mean, speeds and braking as well. So yeah, it's interesting to see that you follow the same thing, because it works for a lot of other people too. So yeah, it would be very, very, very handy to have something along those lines to give you a good example of what you're going to be racing on.
Yeah, it works for me. It works for some people. Like Bodie is more of like a watch it on TV track guy. I'll do the same, but I'll play the MotoGP game. I'll get to know the track. So the good thing about racing Age of Talent Cup in the next year is that all of the tracks I'm going to ride are on the MotoGP game. So I can go on a Moto3 there and just learn the track.
Yeah, get lines as well. Do lines work out about the same?
It's a little bit different. Like I couldn't I couldn't remember the lines, but lines are like just pretty much the same everywhere. You know, come in wide, open it up, hit the apex, and use all the track on the exit.
Yeah. See, Darcy, did you get that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
So
All good.
you guys have been pretty successful in your racing career. I'm sure that mum and dad had to buy a second house to fit all your trophies and medals and everything in. Besides, as we know, Bodie with the double Horizon Award win, that's an unreal effort. Like I said the other week when I met you, what is your biggest achievement or most proud achievement that each of you have accomplished?
You go first.
There's a few, but if like in the past year, at the last round of Oval, I was really proud of myself. I had a really big crash on the Saturday before the race. I came into a corner and the bike high sided me and I saved it, and then I went into a wall and I compressed my back and I couldn't walk. But because there was a championship on the line, I came back the next day. I was in pain. I was taking meds. I was trying to do everything I could to increase my chances to win that.
Yeah.
I ended up winning both the races on Sunday, which is like I didn't even know if I could ride, and winning those two races just showed that adrenaline and your mentality, you could do anything.
No, dude, that's awesome. I love hearing that. That's awesome. And what about you, Bodie?
There's been a few times this year where I've started a weekend off not great, I'll say. And one thing that Corey's helped me with a lot in training is my mentality. So when things aren't going right, which I never used to be good at, like if I was having a bad day and I started it off, it was a pretty good chance that the weekend was going to end like that. But Corey, being Corey, he has a really good mentality, and the way he trains, he's trained me to do that as well. So I always go out with high intensity training. I always push myself to the limit every time, and on and off the bike. And I can just, as soon as I come in, I can just flick the switch like that, and I'll go out in the next session and I can just be 100 times better. So there's been a few times this year, but I think the amateur nationals was definitely one of them because it was such a long weekend. We had a few things not go our way. Like the mile I crashed in turn one going around 190 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, that's a fast stack on any mile. That's
Yeah.
I've been on 1 mile and I'm telling you, I wouldn't have gone full pace and I was packing it the whole time thinking if I come off here, I'm mince meat, I'm cheese, I'm gone.
Yeah, well, that's not my fastest crash. My fastest crash has been at around 210 or 212, I think.
Oh, where was that at?
Daytona on the 600.
I was going to ask, when you mentioned Daytona, so they use a quarter or half of the actual NASCAR track, is that right?
Yeah, so they do like a little infield bit. So you only use 3 banking areas.
Yeah.
I would explain the track, but it's pretty confusing.
Yeah, I remember talking with Troy Herfoss years ago, and he said that when you go into the banking, because it's such on a pitch and you're upright, when you're turning back into the infield in the circuit, you can actually go over horizontal with the way you're turning in.
You can be flat like that.
Yeah. How does that feel weird? Like knowing that you're beyond, your head's lower than the horizon, but you're not on your head, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it was my first time going that fast. I think my top speed was 282 or something.
Sure, jeez. Yeah, right.
So the first session, it felt weird. Felt like I just didn't really have control at some points. But I was riding it in a few sessions before I actually got to race it. And when it come race time, I felt good. But I'd never done a start on it. So I was kind of nervous on that part of it. And I was lining up for the grid and I didn't even know what gear to start in. So I just put it in first, just on the limiter. And then I went out. I think I was starting third and I got the whole shot. So I was like, oh.
That works. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird feeling on the banking. It's kind of hard to explain because the G-force. But yeah, it's an incredible feeling when you're going that fast, and everything just once you start getting up to that speed, everything starts to slow down.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the bubble.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I've heard that before from many riders as well. It's just when her Foster's explained that with Daytona, it's interesting to sort of speak to another rider that's been in a race the same circuit to see if the feeling or the angle and all that was the same. Because I was trying to picture it in my head, and I'm thinking, how could you come down off a bank being past horizontal and then having a hit or come down onto the ground, which is obviously normal again? How would you try and pitch your bike without hitting that part on that angle? I don't know. It was sort of spinning me out as well. I was trying, like, I know what you mean by it's hard to explain the way it is without sort of watching it firsthand. But
Yeah, you kind of got to be on the bike.
yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, no,
Kind of
I
starts
wouldn't.
to make sense, but still kind of a little bit confusing.
I'd be going slower than a postie rider off that bank going down there before. I reckon there'd be some gnarly stacks doing that. That'd be wicked.
But yeah, I think back to what we were doing, the hardest moment of the year. I think amateur nationals. I was definitely having a few up and downs there, short track especially. And the TT, because I was quick. I was P1 in qualifying practice. And the heats, I was doing good. I won all my heats. And then come main event time, I don't know. It was like I think I was just too relaxed. And I came in, I got second by quite a bit. I think it was 6 seconds. And I know I had to find some pace. So I just went back, had some food, coconut water. For me, coconut water is like a cheat code on race weekend.
Yeah, okay.
That's like a little secret that everyone can have. But
yeah, no, I appreciate it.
yeah, my second main event, I closed that gap, and I think it was less than a second over the line, and it was a quicker heat, quicker main event, and then I won the next two.
Is that the coin, was it?
Pardon?
Is that a DeCoin,
Yeah,
was it?
yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
So I think that was something that was really hard for me.
Mm.
Because I was confused on why I wasn't quick in the first one, and the second one I didn't win it, and I always want to go out on track and win.
Yeah.
It's just my mentality, but it was, for me, it was a better feeling to win those last two, knowing that I overcame something difficult.
Yeah.
So, and then the second one was probably one of Corey's races at Peoria. I think I was below the top 5 in every practice and qualifying. And then, main event time, I think I got first, second, first.
Yeah, wow.
It was cool.
And that's another round of the winter throwdown as well, is it?
Yeah, that's one of Corey's rounds.
So what about, I know you haven't raced Australian dirt track, well, say Australian or state titles a hell of a lot. How many have you guys got before you started doing your adventures overseas?
This guy's got more than me, so he can say. I've got more AMA titles.
I've won 7
I like that one. Yeah,
overall, and then I've won, I think, 14 states. So my stats in Australia are better than Bodie's, but
How many Aussies was it?
7.
7. Wow, and 14 states. What about you, Bodie? How many have you got?
You guys are probably going to laugh at this, but I've got 1 Aussie and 1 state.
Why would we laugh at that? That's one more than I have.
I mean, I would expect myself to have more, but I've got more AMA championships than him and 2 more Horizon Awards.
So
it's funny how it works. I know a couple set of brothers. I don't know if you know the Berry brothers from down in Victoria. Max isn't racing anymore, but Max was always quiet, and Nick always seemed like he was going to be the fast one, and then all of a sudden Max just turned it around and he was the brother winning everything. It's strange how it happens. I mean, you guys, just from this chatting for the last half an hour, I can see you've got quite different personalities. You're obviously brothers, but you've got quite different personalities and different mindsets of the way you deal with stuff. And it sounds like Bodie.
Anyone who hangs around Jake on a race weekend, it's like you definitely notice it. He's like I don't know how to explain it. He's just always out and about talking and just he loves to
take my mind off things.
He likes to take his mind off things, but he also likes to crap talk quite a bit.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. Networking
Yeah.
with different racetracks with different people and all that stuff. It gets you to, meet new people like you did when you walked up to Corey and just said hello and told him your name. And next thing you know, you're racing under him and, living with him and racing all things in America. So having a networking mind is definitely, it's definitely going to be an advantage.
Yeah, for sure. But me, I'm like a completely different person. I like to stay in the pit. I like to be around everyone, my family, and
You
I
do your
kind of
talking on the track.
myself. Yeah, like I don't really go out and tell people, oh, I'm gonna win this, I'm gonna win that. Just keep it to myself. So I like to be confident in my own little space.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like that. I like that too.
That's fair enough. And so, after listening to you for the last half an hour or whatever, how would you rate skill and what percentage? I knew I was going to stuff this up. What percentage do you think skill and mindset? Like, what do you think you need more of?
So
I think a higher percentage
there's
mindset.
three of them. So I think there's talent, and there's hard work, and then there's the mentality. So, naturally, I've always been more talented than Bodie, but he's been more of a hard worker. So if you've seen that video of Jet Lawrence, it's like Hunter's more like if Dad says you're not good enough at this, you're gonna go do it, or you're not racing, Bodie's gonna go do it. And if Dad says that to me, I'm just gonna be like, okay, I won't do it then. So, yeah, it's just two different people, but yeah. So and then the mentality, I've always had that mentality of, I'm that rider that I want everyone to look at and go, he's fast, he's good. And then, but he's like, I don't care what anyone says or has to say about me, and I'll do whatever it takes to win. And, it's just two different mindsets. And, there's heaps, there's Casey Stoners, there's Jet Lawrence's, Hunter Lawrence's, there's so many different ones that work. And it's cool to see how two different people can do the same thing and have two different outcomes. And it's just really cool to see how it's so different, but it works.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, that was a good answer.
Mm-hmm.
I am actually struggling with how serious and devoted you are, Bodie. Like I can see, like I really want you to relax and chill out and have some fun. I hope you are.
I'm trying to make him smile.
Yeah,
I hope you are, because it makes me think, how do you, when you're not getting your way, like you said that you've learned some tricks now to deal with that. That's been a pretty big thing for you to like, because you've talked about the sacrifice your parents make, and it obviously really pulls on your heartstrings because you want to impress or not impress, but you want to pay back your parents and everyone that's helped you get where you've gotten so far. So how do you deal with that emotions? Like if things aren't going your way, how do you do that without beating yourself up totally?
Yeah, so that's the hardest thing about this year.
I think you asked me, but that's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Both of you can go. Your media manager can answer.
Yeah, so this year it was different to what it normally is. Dad's always been there, and he always knows why and what's wrong. Like on the bike, why are you doing this? And this year by myself and with Mum, Mum's more of a console. You got to do this one right, and like I'm not taken away, but it's just two different styles. And this year was a lot more individual for me this year with mindset, and if I needed someone to help me, I had to do it in myself, and it's made me a lot mentally tougher. So yeah, it's really cool. And Bodie.
Yeah, it's for sure hard only having one family member in America most of the year, which is Dad. But he knows me better than anyone else. And he just knows how I operate on a weekend and what I need on a weekend to perform good. And like I always I always have to do some sort of exercise before, well, the day of racing. So whether that's run or skip or anything, it just helps me get my mindset into that. I want to win. I'm here for one reason only. And that helps it all. That kind of just makes everything else go away. And especially when I'm having a bad session, I kind of just forget about it. I focus on the things I need to do better and the things that I'm good at and can still get better at. And I always want to get to that target, that position one. And I do anything to get there. Especially like I used to suck at going right because we were always going left when we started, and we did that for 4 years, and we hardly even turned. I think we turned right maybe 10 times, and we started road racing, and I sucked at right-handers. So we had 110s and ovales. We were doing training on that, and all I did when we were doing stuff is I just went right. Like when we're doing cone work, I set my own cones up and I just turned right. I do right-handed drills, and now sometimes on some tracks I feel more I feel 100% more comfortable going right than I do left.
Yeah.
So it seems just like trying to overcome hard stuff on a race weekend. It gives me a different challenge, and it just makes me want to win more.
Yeah, cool. And with your training, I believe you prefer running than cycling. Is that right?
It kind of depends what day. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick running because I'm a little bit better at it. But I'm doing more cycling now because I want to get better at cycling and I want to be good at every aspect of training off the bike. So I'm pretty good in the gym. I'm pretty strong. But cycling is probably my weak point. So I'm trying to do probably 100 to 150 kilometers a week on the cycle bike. But yeah, like running, I'll probably do 30 to 35, 40 kilometers even a week of running. And yeah, that just helps me keep my mindset straight.
Oh, what else have we got, Tom? What else have we got up our sleeves?
I don't know. I was just interested in your in sort of your training. So each day you train. Do you train every day, or do you have one day off that you sort of let the body recuperate?
For me, I like to train every day, especially because when I don't train, I feel like
Like
yeah,
sluggish and sort of
yeah, like I don't feel like I've
fatigued.
achieved anything today.
Yeah.
All I've done is just eat food and sit around.
So your training regime, is it the same each day? Like I know you do different varieties of stuff, but when you go
I got
to the gym, is it a certain like routine that you end up doing, or you mix it all up to depending how you feel or what you need to focus on?
yeah, I mean I have a list here.
Oh yeah, don't show us because it's gonna make me look at that.
So yeah,
I do
went
the
for a run
first
this
one each
morning.
day, and that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean I woke up at 5:30 this morning, went for a run, shower. I do my skincare routine and then I have my breakfast. Then I do the jobs that we need to do around the house to help mum and dad out. Then I'll have lunch and then I'll either be outside doing an activity where it's ride my 110 or play basketball or in the pool. And then I'll try and do like a gym workout in the afternoon. And if I'm feeling good, I'll either do a little cycle or I'll go for another run. And I'll just try and do a bit of skipping in between as well. So yeah, that's basically my training. And I try to do it every day just to keep consistent.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it's a good insight for our young listeners, or even older listeners as well, of what what a training regime's like to be the best.
Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, I got that off of one of my mentors in MotoGP and Corey.
Yeah.
It's not many people know what you do behind the scenes, how much training goes into it, and what you do to keep fit on and off the bike, and what you do to like you'll do anything to win. And that's just what my training regime's for, to keep my mental what
I think that, Bodie, I think that's what champions do. Not everyone will do that, and that's what makes the difference. And I'm pretty sure Corey will tell you that as well.
Oh
if
yeah.
you can keep, because that's a slog, and you, like we've mentioned a couple of times, you guys, legally you're still kids, but you're very dedicated and focused on making this a career, which is amazing. But it's also what scares me, and you will, I'm sure, if you do a research, there's lots and lots of rabbit holes you can run down on this subject. But burnout's a big thing, and do you talk about burnout with Corey or your parents, and to make sure that doesn't happen, because that's a reality. And Tom's going to kill me here, but I've got a 17-year-old daughter, and I'm pretty actually sure she's going through some burnout at the moment, because she was training all the time, not eating any sugary stuff, and she's sort of gone a bit flat. And I keep asking her to rest, give her body a rest, a bit of a chance to recover. Do you guys talk about that at all? Are you aware of it? Because you've got a full-on routine happening there. You've got success coming, and happening. You've already had success, a lot of success, and hopefully more to come. But have you talked about burnout with Corey and other mentors?
Yeah, 100%. Every day actually. But the thing that keeps me so passionate is nothing in the world would make me happy, or there's nothing in the world I could think of that I would want to do other than race motorbikes for a living. And you see Mark Marquez, Jorge Martin, Pecco Bagnaia. I'm sure they worked just as hard as everyone when they were younger. And I feel like the hard work now is, would you rather live a hard but easy life, or would you rather live a hard life, like 9-to-5 job? Or, I was talking to Wayne Maxwell about this in Spain, like positions or results aren't always going to go your way. You're not always going to get what you want, but the important thing to do is keep going.
Yeah.
Work hard. Eventually your time will come.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, for me it's I enjoy training. It's like, I love it. If I wasn't racing motorcycles, it would be a fitness influencer or coach, because I just love improving myself. Like, it takes maybe an hour and a bit out of your whole day. You get 7 or 8 hours in a whole day, depending on what time you wake up, go to sleep. And for me, that 1.5 hours, it makes something in my brain go, like, I've achieved what I need to do today, and it just makes me happy that I can do that, and I have a motivation. So it just keeps me going every day. But like, I do fun stuff. Sometimes, like riding my bike out the front, or we go bowling most of the time, and
Basketball.
play
That sounds good.
and stuff. So that keeps it fun. But yeah, like Jake said, racing is my whole world, and I just want to make everything I can to make it work. I want to do everything I can just because I want to give back to my family. I want to prove to myself that I can do it as well.
Yeah, that was awesome. So, you're quite health conscious by the sounds of it. What's your go-to food? Like, what do you just like? Oh, you've done your workout. You've done your jobs for today. You go, Jake. It looks like it's probably candy or something.
That's
He's on it. He's
Well,
coming down off sugar. He keeps yawning. So,
I mean, you can go first if you want, and don't lie.
So like maybe like twice a week I'll have eggs for breakfast. And then some other times I'll have, it's just different. I'm not on just a strict eating.
Look at Bodie's like, come on, mate, spill the beans. Tell us what it's really like.
Is he lying, Bodie?
I kind of eat all different things. There's no set things to eat, but training wise, you burn calories.
Yeah.
But
He burns it and then puts it back on 5 minutes later.
Hey, being that age when your metabolism's a million miles an hour and you couldn't put an ounce of
Exactly.
fat on if you tried, you know what I mean? You,
Yeah.
you, you might as well.
I
So
mean,
what? So what do you really eat, Jake? Come on, what do you really eat?
Pies, fish and chips, sausage rolls,
Yeah,
chappa chaps.
pies, Mars bars.
No, I kind of eat like okay. I'm okay. Like I don't eat as much as I can. Like I'll eat eggs for lunch. I'll eat eggs for breakfast sometimes, and then whatever's for dinner. But I'll snack throughout the day. But it's not on like lollies and stuff. I'll have a packet of chips, or I'll have you know a
Yeah,
bread with butter on it, or something not great but not terrible.
yeah. Probably not as bad as what I normally eat when I snack through the day. So I think you're all right. Unless you're going to be a sidecar passenger, then you might have to get more into the snacks to get some stability. So what about you, Bodie? What do you eat?
well, I can go through my America diet, which is more serious than the one here. But on a normal day here, which is mainly every day, I'll have 6 eggs every morning. Um, Extra salt, and then for lunch, I'll probably have. I mean, it just really depends. I might have a sandwich one day, or more eggs, or maybe I'll just get some stuff, frozen stuff like a chicken or something. And then for dinner, I'll just have whatever mom cooks me, which is
Yeah, right.
mainly
Which is
healthy.
it?
Not like 4 times out of the 7 days a week, we normally have veggies with steak or chicken or lamb, all that
Yeah,
kind of stuff. And then in America, all I have is eggs and bacon for breakfast with a side of avocado. And then I have chicken and rice for lunch with some, what do I have on the side? A bit of bacon. And then for dinner, I'll have beef, eggs, and rice with some avocado. And I'll just have water and electrolytes for the day.
yeah, no. See, obviously, you guys don't drink soft drink or anything like that. Do you drink Powerade and things like that, or you just
No,
try and
I
stay
don't,
away as
no, we
much
don't
as
really drink
possible?
Powerade that much. It's more we just have a big cupboard at home with electrolyte tablets,
Yeah.
supplements to drink that are actually good for you, but
and coconut water.
coconut water.
Coconut water. What about energy gels? I know I've seen a fair
Yeah,
few
we have a
people,
lot
they
of them.
pump them as well. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've got a mate that's got a cupboard full of them, every single flavor you can think of, and he smashes them all the time.
Yeah,
That's actually what I asked for my Christmas present.
Oh, did you? Yeah. I wish they were a little
Because
bit
we're
cheaper.
on
yeah,
New Year's Eve, I'm running a 22K light night race. So yeah, I wanted some gels for that, and I'm too much of a tired ass to buy them myself.
I'm running a half marathon in January too.
You're doing a marathon in
Sorry,
January.
Half marathon.
Oh, right.
half
Whereabouts is
marathon
that?
22.
It's in Daytona.
Yeah, right. Okay. So
Oh,
when do you fly? When do you fly back over to the US?
January 4th.
Oh, right. Okay. Shit.
Yeah, so soon.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
yeah. Let's say
Christmas,
2 weeks. Yeah.
Christmas, and then a few days, and then we're back to
Yeah.
it. And then
I reckon your half marathon time will be a bit quicker than mine, Brody.
I'm not planning on going to fast. My average pace. I'm looking for 4:30 to 4:40 through it. So
Oh yeah.
not
So
too.
yeah, you should just under 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
I'm
hit
aiming
about
for
2
sub
hours.
140.
Yeah. Not to actually, I'm pretty. Say you guys get proud of yourselves of your achievements. I'm proud of myself of my running achievements because I don't train near as hard as you, and I can still pull a 2 hour half marathon, which I think is pretty good for a 49-year-old.
It's
I,
definitely good.
yeah, unfortunately, I fall in when you look at if you get into stats, which I try not to look too much because I start getting depressed and start working a lot harder than I really need to. But yeah, I think I fall in the average bracket, so I'm Mr. Average.
I just stay in my lane and don't do anything silly like that.
Go bowling sometimes.
You do. You've done a bit of fasting in that though. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't fast.
Oh, that's like no, that's a no go for me.
Yeah. Why
Yeah,
is
you
that?
can't do it either.
Pardon?
What, you can't do it, or you don't?
No, I just eat at the same, like around the same time every day, and I have like quite a bit. Like I have 6 eggs every morning.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I have
No,
three.
I'm the type of person to, I would say with things like that, like I'll push the limit. Like when I was younger, I used to smoke. My mate bet me that I wouldn't stop. That was it. Never touch one again. You know what I mean? Mate bet I couldn't stop drinking for 12 months. Instantly.
Right.
That was it. Didn't do it. Just stopped for 12 months. And then I actually was researching fasting and found I think it was Dana White did it for 60 odd days. And I'm thinking, how is that possible? So I tried to do it for 7, and I literally only drank water for 7 days, dropped an insane amount of weight. I wouldn't say I was fatigued, but I felt a million times better in myself. And yeah, if you research the benefits of fasting, like I think people have got way different opinions to it, but I felt it myself. I felt absolutely unreal, but I'm guessing it works for different people in different ways. Some it may work, some it may not. So yeah, it was interesting to see if that's ever been introduced or talked about or anything like that.
I've never really thought about it. The idea of just like kind of not eating for a week it's not
Sickening to me.
It's not
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know if I could go a whole week without eating like food.
I can't go 5 hours without food.
Me either.
Yeah, but you guys are burning an insane amount of calories each day too. So you've got to replace that. You end up losing muscle mass, and things like that as well. So yeah.
I was going to say I'm a bit like Bodie. I'm in a pattern or a rhythm where I eat it. I pretty much eat the same every day because I get hypoglycemic. So if I don't, that stuffs me up and I'll end up having a hypo.
Yeah.
But staying consistent stops that happening. But also, if you do intermittent fasting, you're not supposed to be doing strenuous exercise. So that would upset your rhythm as well, but Brody, and I'm a bit the same. I for my mental health, exercise is important. It's more why I cycle and do a bit of jogging and stuff. Is because I always feel mentally 100% better when I'm doing exercise. I think a lot of men, that seems quite consistent.
Makes me feel like I've started, like that's why I start my days with like an early morning run. It just makes me want to do stuff throughout the day.
Well, if you go for a run early morning, your day can't exactly get worse because you've been running all morning. So I guess it's a good start. It's only going to get better.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just it releases all the endorphins and that, doesn't it? Makes you feel good about yourself, and so how can you have a bad day? Yeah.
No, well, it's obviously working. Look at the success you guys have. I can't knock anything you're doing. What's that?
Makes you feel like you can't be beaten.
Yeah, well, that's definitely.
So over the Christmas break, it sounds like you're going to do your routine. Like Christmas Day, do you have that off, or what's going on there?
No, I'm probably going to go for another run. But yeah, no, I think
bit of a family day. Look,
yeah,
all your extended family come over, or you go over to them and that sort of thing.
We'll have a few family members come over. I think I'm going to exercise my fingers a bit too from opening presents as well.
Jake's like, I hope I get snacks.
I hope I get those purple lollies.
Poor Jake. Look at them hanging it on you, Jake. I reckon you should hang it back on Tom and say, shut up, you fat prick. Something like that.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with snacks. I'm agreeing with you. Hey, I'm on his side.
So what sort of stuff would you like for Christmas? Let me guess, tear-offs, gloves, race boots, or do you get those from sponsors? Or
what is it?
2 things.
I got a Garmin watch and Garmin watch for running, training, same difference, and a heart rate monitor.
Oh, right.
So that's the 2 things on your list. What
and
about
clothes,
you, Jake?
because I have no clothes that fit me. And Jake,
what about you, Jake? What's on your list? What would you like?
I have a watch on there, same as him, and then I have just a few things that I want. Like
Crocs, Birkenstocks, basketball.
I need new Crocs, so I put some Crocs on there.
lollies.
No, I didn't. I
These, I don't know if you can see these ones. Oh no, you can't. These ones are getting a bit worn, but Crocs rule. I love Crocs.
Yeah, I've got 2 holes in the bottom of mine now.
And proper ones, they last quite a while, don't they?
Yeah. Had these ones.
These are called Croc Lights, I think. I bought them in Vietnam, which is actually where these ones were made. And they've been fantastic.
Yeah, I love Crocs.
What's on your Christmas list, Tom?
Hopefully nothing.
Nothing.
I've literally got everything I need, and if I need it, I normally buy it throughout the year. So no, not a hell of a lot.
Yeah, it gets a bit like that, unfortunately, when you get older.
Yeah, you kind of just say, if I don't have to spend money, you guys don't have to spend money. We'll leave it as that.
Yeah, we do Kris Kringle now in our family because all the kids are older, and
Yeah, that's what we do as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
We did that actually yesterday.
Our eldest daughter made me sign up to this app, which I cracked the shits with. I managed to put one thing that I would like in there, which was some lights for my bicycle because I don't have any. Well, actually 2 sets, one for my mountain bike because I'd like to do some night mountain biking. The problem is everything that I would like, which would be on a want list, not a need list, is expensive. They're all sort of high end things, So
yeah, it's got a comma in it, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, even those Garmin watches, like for a good one, you're looking at what, $600 or something, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not.
Well, the one that I want's called the Garmin Forerunner 265. So that's got like you can connect Strava to it and get messages.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you can play music from it. So it's a good watch, and they're on sale now too. So
yeah. Yeah, good time to
good
buy
plug
them.
for a responsive one day, maybe.
Mum and Dad, I'm doing everything I can.
Yeah, hey, you're doing it right.
You haven't used Corey's sponsorship proposals and hit Garmin up.
That's actually a pretty good idea. Might hit Garmin up soon.
Yeah. So look what I could do for you. This is my training routine, and get on it. I used to love Jared Mees was pretty good at that. Like, I don't know if you met Jared. I know Corey has contact with him, but I really like how some of those athletes present themselves and will promote their sponsors and like he had a bike company sponsoring a road cycle company sponsoring him, so he'd do posts when he's on his rides and all that sort of stuff. Do you think about that at the moment, or is that more your parents' jobs and Corey's job, or?
Person who does our sponsors now would be Corey Texter. Like he's kind of like
not all of them.
He does most of them. Like he can get, if we need funding or anything, he can get us funding. So yeah, it just all depends on your contacts. If you know someone who knows people and you're close with them, they can sort something out for you, and just a few different things that you can base yourself off. Like Corey can help us out, get us products. Like if I need motor gear, he needs motor gear. Corey can hit up someone he knows and get us motor gear, or if we need boots, he knows people. So you just got to know people and they know people. It gets easier.
Yeah, it makes it easier.
And how do you pay that back, though? That's probably what I'm asking. Like, how do you pay that back? Are you doing lots of posts, or?
He'll do anything. He'll do a lot of stuff, just as long as we 100% every weekend and race wins.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the dedication. Yeah, and you've definitely got
so that's how you're paying it back, by getting the wins. But what I'm asking, have you got social media pages where you're posting about those brands and that sort of thing?
Oh yeah, like I repost all these racing stuff, but I help with some stuff around the house as well. Try and help out there as well.
Do the lawns, wash the dishes, look after the kids so mum and dad can go out on the night.
Yep.
He's like, that's all about it. Do you boys want to shout out your Instagrams or any of your socials as well so everyone can get behind you?
Yeah, my one is Jake Paige Racing _55, and his is the exact same, Bodie Paige Racing _74. So
is that just on Instagram, or is that all you guys?
So I think they're both the same on Instagram and Facebook, but I'd have to check. But Instagram's the main one, so go click follow.
So with this social media ban and all that stuff, can you guys be on Instagram, or were you throwing you under the bus a bit, or someone else does it for you?
So we have Mum that and one of our family friends that manages it for us, so we don't do it.
Yeah, that's all right. They can focus on what to put on instead of you putting on videos you doing backflips on trampolines and scaring all your sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
actually, that brings up a good point. Do you have limitations of like, do they say, oh, we don't want you racing motocross or anything like that?
Mum does. She hates motocross, but it's good for training and fitness, so we do it.
Yeah, that's the one thing really. Mum hates us riding motocross. Just gets sketchy. Pretty sketchy.
100% totally agree. I would like to stay on the ground. He's it probably works out a lot safer.
I like to stay on the ground, but I think when you're beginning or you're at amateur level in motorsport, they're all dangerous. I think it's once you start taking away a lot of that danger, the better you get. And the way you guys are training, I think, there's still risk, but it's definitely calculated risk now at the level that you're competing at.
More experience.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So if you and with your contacts, if you guys have got a good mentor, motocross mentor, I think your risk is a bit more limited than just someone like me going out not knowing what I'm doing, and I case it on the whoops and grab a handful of crottle and go into the park car or something on the side of the track. Not that I've ever done that.
I'm about to say, is that from experience or are you just hypothetical?
No, not quite. I did on the first 450 I ever had, which was my YZ04. I did decide to go to a ride park, and I'd never done sort of big jumps. I've never been a jumper. No one taught me anything. And I came down and my foot slipped off, and I grabbed a handful of throttle, but did manage to get back on before the berm, and made the corner rather than going over the berm, which for about 3.5 seconds I thought is exactly what I was going to do.
Worst feeling, grabbing a handful and you don't know what to do.
Whiskey throttle.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for keeping your feet on the pegs, isn't it? Because that's where a lot of your balance comes from. So you see it actually pretty much every YouTube video. As soon as their foot's off the peg, that's it. They're gone. I actually was watching an Ironman. It wasn't a crash compilation. I don't know actually what the point of it was. Near misses, I think, because they all saved it. And they always had 3 points of contact. So 2 hands on the handlebar and a foot on the peg, or 2 feet and 1 hand on the handlebar. And they all managed to come back. So I think it's quite interesting watching videos like that. You can learn a lot from it. But obviously if you've got both feet off, you're screwed. Both hands off, obviously very screwed. Do you guys, are you still doing a lot of basic drills? Like
100%, basics. If you're always getting better at basics, like I do when I'm training with Wayne Maxwell, we go to a car park, we do a cone work track, and it's just riding it. It's just repetitiveness, doing the same thing over and over for 20 laps and just getting it in your head, knowing the basics, knowing like the biggest thing nowadays, like it's small things that no one notices, the difference between Marc Marquez and, I don't know, Jorge Martin is the basics, braking or acceleration. They're the biggest things, That's where people struggle when they go to World Championship. And that's where the Aussies used to struggle, like attacking, the braking. It's just all basics, and doing them repetitively. It's just you get 100% better every time you do it.
And have you made any friendships through your racing overseas? Like, did you say you were doing the Malaysian stuff? I know Varys and Tieran.
Yeah, I know Tieran. Me and Bodie know Tieran. Bodie raced Tieran a whole year in OJC, Oceania Junior Cup,
And the Asia Talent
and the
Cup
Asia
this year.
Talent Cup, and I raced here on Novale when I first started.
Yeah, righto. Yeah. I haven't seen them for a while. They're, I think they're pretty much over there all the time now, from what I can gather. Yeah. So, have you made friends with them? Have you got other friends that you hang out with when you're over there? That makes being away from family and that a little bit easier.
I don't really go overseas as much as Bodie, but I have friends, but I don't really know many people that I would go overseas and live with. Like I have people I know and I'll hang out with, but I feel like I don't know many people right now, so it's hard to say. But Bodie, I'm sure he has a few friends. Like, I wouldn't know, but yeah.
Do you find it hard, Bodie? Because they're your competitors too, and I've heard Corey talk about this before. He doesn't sort of get the, how can you all go and race and be real competitive and then all go out for a beer after the end. He's not a
Yeah,
big fan of that.
that's
But do you?
every like the past 2 years or so, because I'm like really aggressive. Like if I see a gap a meter wide or less, there's a very good chance that I'm gonna go for it, whether we both go down or it doesn't really matter. And I just got that, the mentality where it's like, again, you do anything to win. And most, like everyone that I race with in America, but probably one or two people, like they dislike me quite a bit. So I haven't got many friends, which is why I just stay in the pit, because that's where Corey and a few of my
They all want to be your friends until you beat them, and then they don't want to.
Hold
be
on,
friends, and
hold
that's
on,
when you don't
Bodie.
care.
Let's just hold on there, because I want to clear something up. You're not deliberately taking that gap to try to hurt or risk anyone, are you?
No.
You're just taking it because you want to win. Yeah,
Well,
so
I'm taking it because I'm a racer and I want to win. Like say, like some people don't get this, where it's like Australian people, you come in and there's a little gap and like you cut them off, and it's just there's a big show about it. Whereas Spanish people, there will be no gap and they'll T-bone you just to make the pass, just because they want to win, and that's the mentality you have to have, and that's the mentality I've grown to have. Like I'll do anything to win.
Yeah.
So
If they're going to do it to you, you've got to be prepared to get
and
your elbows out.
that's where I kind of learned it from, like that aggressiveness. And I don't do it to try, like as you said, I don't do it to hurt people, or I don't do it to even try and take people out. I just do it because I want to be at the front and I want to be winning.
Yeah.
Well, you're all there for the same goal. So if
Yeah,
you
like I'm not
find an
getting-
inch, you're going to make it a mile. It's the same with us. Like
so do you use a race strategy during the race? So like, would it make a difference if you're on lap 2 of a 30-lap race? Would that make a difference? Would you think, actually, I'll
sure.
follow this rider for another lap and see if he makes that opportunity again? Or would you just take it because you might not get the opportunity?
Well, Australian racing, it's different because you only get 4 laps, right?
Yeah.
So like Asia Talent Cup, you get to race for 30 minutes. You have that whole time to make a pass, and it's a lot more calculated, and you can relax a little bit. I wouldn't say relax, but you can spend a little bit more time thinking about the pass you got to make. But when it comes last lap time, that's when it stuff can get pretty bad. So that's where that aggressiveness on the final lap comes in. It's like whoever wants to win it and whoever wants to make that more aggressive pass, that's most likely who's going to win.
Yeah.
And I mean, but when
I don't personally, and it's not because we're just sitting in front of each other, but personally, I don't understand people that would hate you for that, because that's how you become a champion. You got to take those, you got to make those moves, and I think it's. I actually have heard someone say about your aggressiveness and saying that Corey's teach you that, and I don't.
Yeah.
As you want to win, I mean, and I've taken gaps to that. Some people haven't been happy about and whatnot, and
because you got past them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
if
that's
people
right.
have felt like they're hard done by, of course they're
sore
going to have a
losers.
cry.
Yeah.
But I mean, if that whole Spanish thing, I guess there is a bit of a a line that can be crossed if there's no gap and they're taking you out. That's a different story. But when you're at high level racing, I guess that is a part of it that has to be dealt with, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you got to have that mongrel. You got to have that determination. You just, yeah.
So that's the thing that was when I was in the World Series this year for the Ovale. That first race, I've replayed it in my head 100 times. Like, what could I have done different? Maybe, what if I just took fourth place? And like I've said it to Dad and people I know, like Wayne, and if you know Tom Bramage, like I've talked to them all about it. And it's like, now I know, like they all told me, if you don't go for that gap, you're not a racer anymore. And, it was open, the move was there. And one little mistake, or I was on the dirty part of the track, or maybe, I went down the gear. There's so many things, so many factors that I wasn't thinking about in that moment, other than I want to win or I want to be on the podium in the world championship,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, definitely don't die wonder and go for the gap. Go for it.
Exactly. Like, what happens if I got fourth and I was like left wondering, why didn't I just go for it? Why couldn't I have done that the lap before, or when the move was there? There's so many different
what ifs.
Yeah, what ifs, and I wasn't left with that, other than that one little mistake that I made. But learning experience, I know for next time.
Yeah.
Maybe try and, I don't know, make a bit more room for myself instead of trying to fit in a gap that was.
But that's the biggest thing. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you make, as long as you're understanding them and learning from them. So the next time you go out there, you know exactly what you need to do, or you know exactly what could happen, and you can make another strategic decision. And as you know, it's 0.1 of a second. It's 1 minute you're like, I'm doing that, and it's, oh shit, I've got to do that. So it's as long as you're learning from it, which you guys are, you'll definitely go very far.
Yeah, it's better to try and lose or have it not work out than not try it.
That's exactly right. I think the saying goes, it's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. Yeah, just go for it anyway.
Do you find your best races are the races where you're not really thinking? You just sort of, I guess you're racing. But,
I mean, the best races when, like, most people are like nice and like Jake. I've kind of, well, I don't know if you agree with this, but I've kind of I've taught you a little bit of aggressiveness, but you've come through with aggressiveness yourself. But like when me and him are riding together, it's no little like calculated pass. Like, we train how we race, and that's why I like riding with Jake. Like, not just because he's my brother, and I know the risks when he passed me, and I know he'll take me out 100 times out of 100, especially if it's the last corner. And that's what I like about it. Like, I like races where it's people are aggressive and there's a little bit of argy-bargy going on. There's hitting each other. That's the racing I like. It just makes it more fun, more interesting. And for me, it's just, whoever has the bigger balls is gonna win.
100%. Yeah. That's why I think it's different in both disciplines. Like, if I'm racing trials tires on a loose cushion track, not thinking is better, because you're not thinking about the risks associated with what you're doing when you're holding it flat out fifth gear on a half mile. But on a road bike, it's different. Like, this year I excelled a lot in pack racing, because I was always thinking. I was never thinking about, okay, I have to get to the front. I was calm. I was really thought out. So every move I made was thought. So I pass this person here, it'll lead onto a straight. I'll get a slipstream here, and I'll be at the front. And it's calm. So if I'm on the last lap, I'm fourth on the last lap. That's the biggest thing that people have problems with. They're so, like, their mind's going a million miles an hour. Like, I got to get to the front. What's going on?
Yeah, make mistakes doing that. Yeah.
Mistakes happen. That's when mistakes happen. So if you're thinking about it, you know what you're going to do. It's a lot easier, and your mind is calm. You're calm, and you have to breathe. That's the easiest way to win. And, I showed it. I've won 5 Super Sport 300 races this year, and all 5 of them were in packs. Where you have to think. And
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Do you guys prefer to sort of be at the front and dictate the flow of the race, or would you rather sort of be nestled into second, third, or fourth and be able to pick and choose where you want to go?
Yeah. On a on Ovale, I'm 100% taking sitting second the whole race, and on the last 2 laps, go for it.
Okay.
Just go on 20 laps.
Is that because the bikes are so even? And
Yeah,
it's sort of hard to get away. Like,
really, because the 190s, I found that it takes a lot more skill to ride because there's so many more things associated with it. Like those things will high side you. Like
yeah,
you're not careful, you go from 0% to 100, you're going to crash. You're going to be high sided, and so 100%, I'd way rather sit in second. Like that's what I did this year. You know, when I was racing Judd, most of the races I was never in front the whole race. Except the ones where he crashed, you know. So, and then I'd pounce. I'd go for it on the last 3 laps, and then we'd fight. And 50-50 chance I win, 50-50 I don't. You know? And on a Super Sport 300, I'd wait because I had my team this year and my teammate this year. We worked really well together. Like champions ride days, that my bike was perfect all the time. Like if I wasn't going good, most likely it was me, not the bike. So so it was the easiest way to win by out front. So the last round I did, which was Wakefield Park, which is now known as One Raceway, I was okay through practice and stuff and qualifying. On the last lap, when the checkered flag was out, I was up by 6/10 on my best lap, and I was going for pole. And I ended up getting held up on the lap, but I showed myself I can do it. I can win these races. And I ended up winning 2 and getting a second. And the 2 I won, I came from 5th on the grid and won by thinking. And I got to the front and pulled away. Like my teammate and one other person were with me because I got to the front. I felt good. I was calm. And I was like, I know I've got the pace to pull away and win this. So
So does it come down race by race, or does it sort of determine what bike you're on, what track you're on, what other competitors you're against it? Do you sort of suss that out, or?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
If it's a quick race, like 10 laps, on a slower bike, I'd way rather be out front controlling it because I know how far I'm going to go. But if it's 14 laps at Mandalika like Bodie did in ATC, I'd rather sit in second, third, and let the leader do the hard work.
Yeah, save the tyres, save everything else as well. Yeah. What about you, Bodie? You got the same mentality, or is it just come down race per race?
It's different for each one. Again, like Jake said, I'm similar with that on road racing. But because I'm starting to get up to faster, more technical bikes where you have to have good riding style and you have to know what you're doing, I feel like I'd much rather be out front.
Yeah.
But flat track per se, I have fun in any. When I'm out front, I'm a lot smoother and I'm more calculated. I can do what I want to do. I can control the race. I can push when I want to. But when I'm behind, I have a lot more fun with it.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Like if I'm in like third or fourth, I'll be like, all right, it's time to make a race happen. I'll push myself to the limit to try and get to the front. And for me, that's more fun because it's another challenge in front of me.
Yeah, nice. No, that's awesome.
That's also adding to his point. When you're in second or third and you're doing it easily, that's the best feeling in the world because I'm just going to do this pace until the last 2 laps and I'm going to go to the front. I'm just going to win because
you've got more to throw down. Yeah,
you feel so comfortable doing that pace and you're just like, this is easy. I can win this now, and it gives you that drive to like get to the front and win because you're doing it so easily compared to the other people.
Yeah.
On 19s, what do you on 19-inch wheels on your motocross bikes? What track surface do you prefer? Do you prefer a clay track loose cushion track? What do you like the most?
Me personally, I've had my biggest successes on a half mile. Like in America, I don't mean to brag, but I've lost a half mile once. Every time I've ridden a half mile, I've won. You know, like I love half miles, but I love a little clay short track. You know, you have so much fun going wham, wham. You know, like that just circular motion. It's really fun.
Yeah, for me, I enjoy riding both. I'm getting a lot better at riding a clay track now. I feel like I can win on any track surface, whether it's cushion, brushed off, grooved, hard clay, any track. I feel like I have the confidence to win. And yeah, and I just think any track for me is a good track.
So do you still do Australian dirt track on the trials tyres as much, or not so much now? You're staying away from that a bit because of the other styles of racing you do?
I think for now, our last race meet on trials tyres was Brizzy Cup. Well, for me anyway. Now I'm gonna be on flat track tyres for I think the rest of my career now. So yeah.
How did it make you guys feel saying goodbye to the Brisbane track there?
It's hard because, you know, that's where me and Bodie, that's where I made my first final ever. You know, I went through repertoire, I made the final, and it's the one of the first tracks we ever rode. But, you know, it's cool for me to go out in that fashion, you know, even though I got penalised for passing under a yellow, it was still a great way to end that era of Brisbane Cup, you know, putting on a show for all the people that came out to the watch with Nico Donovan and Jed Fife. It was cool. And yeah.
You had a lot of fans out there for that one, didn't they? They got a pretty good crowd coming out, which is awesome.
It was cool.
Yeah, for me it was a moment that was a little bit sad to see it go because I had a lot of great moments there. First time riding Brizzy Cup on a 450. I didn't get to make the final, but I was on pace. But yeah, I think that it was a good track and it was sad to see it go, but I think the next track that they do it at will be a good one and can make some cool stuff happen there as well.
Yeah, hopefully they get you on soon.
Yeah, did you make the most of Jack Miller being there and go and have a whisper in his ear, or?
I'm coming for you, mate. I'm coming for you.
Yes. When I was in Spain, I was talking to Jack. So I was over there, I was having a chat to him, you know, like Jack's like a good bloke, you know, people treat him very, I don't know, like he's this person on top of the world, but like I know how it feels, you know, there's people out there, I'm not taking away, but he just wants to have a chat to people, you know, he wants to be treated like a normal human, you know, and you know, it's cool to have a chat with Jack and just be like buddies, you know. That's Brizzy Cup.
Yeah, he's got an awesome personality, very friendly personality. And it doesn't matter if you're a nobody or somebody, he'll ever yarn to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, guys, you're starting to look a bit bored, Bodie, or maybe you're hungry, you need some eggs.
He wants to go for a run.
Actually, what are you, an hour behind us? A couple hours? An hour, isn't it?
1 hour, yeah.
So it's lunchtime.
Mm.
Yeah, 12 o'clock.
I'm going to eat another 40,000 eggs.
So I've got to ask, because down in Victoria, eggs are pretty expensive. Have you got some chickens laying those eggs? Or?
No, we just buy them from Costco.
Oh.
We get like.
What did you say? What did you say, Jack?
Farmers market down the road.
What do you think he said?
Oh, don't worry, we were not going to go there.
Try and keep this PG, would you?
So farmers market up the road. Yeah. Are you on acreage up there? Like, do you have a track in your backyard? Or?
We got 1 acre, but the house fills most of that up.
Gee, that must be a big house.
No, it's not too good. It's just covered in trees and it's on a hill, kind of. So
yeah, okay. So have you got somewhere close you can go for a ride, or you just ride it and yeah?
And just go out the front on the road and do some circle drills.
Oh
Right in
yeah.
the backyard.
Annoy the neighbours.
Yeah, actually, the neighbours aren't too bad.
Yeah, they're all right with it. Just until
Yeah.
you start the MotoGP bike up in the shed, it might rattle the windows out of the joint.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
might shadow a few of them.
Oh, good.
That's actually you did say that we could ask anything. So, have you earned any money from racing yet?
Uh,
I have not.
I earned a little bit this year with just sponsor pay and contingency, but
Yeah.
not a lot.
And getting your pro license for 2026, that puts you in the running to earn a bit of cash, doesn't it? So, will most of that go back into your program though? Keep you going
Yeah,
over the
probably go
years?
back to mum and dad.
Yeah, I think the
My first
AFT Rookie of the Year, how much is that? That's like $7.5 grand.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that's US too. Like that's massive. Like, yeah.
but yeah, I think most of my paychecks that are coming are going back to mum.
Yeah.
Cool thing
That's my
is as
decision.
well, there's I think it's called the Landing Classic in America. Is it the Landing Classic? And you race a 600, and if you win, you get 75,000 American. I think
Wow.
third is like 45, and I think second's 45, and third's like 20. So it's big money.
So what is that called?
The Landing Classic, is it?
I don't know. I forgot. I know Daytona you get 30,000.
So is that on a flat track bike or is that
No,
on?
that's
No,
on the
that's
600.
Right.
Oh, road racing. Oh, sorry, 600. Yeah, road racing. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
600.
fair enough.
I have to have a look at that.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. No, I
Yeah,
remember speaking to a few people, a few ASBK riders that do a lot of push bike racing, and that's they've earned more money riding road cycling than they have ever racing motorcycles. And I thought that's incredible, but you can understand how big road cycling is around the world. But yeah, I thought that was nuts.
Yeah,
Right.
so next year, a bit of earning potential for you, Bodie, and paying
Yeah.
back mum and dad a little bit. I would be whoever's giving you the checks, I'd ask them to put a little bit on the side for yourself, so you can, just in case you don't get that Garmin sponsorship and you need a couple watches.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So in the flat track rounds, someone in Australia, or from Australia, did something that no one's done before, and was the first international. We still haven't managed to get him on here, to be an AFT champion, which is Tom Drain. Do you admire that? Like, do you talk to Tom? Like, you keep to yourself pretty much. What do you think about that? That was a pretty cool thing to happen, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Would you like to be the next one?
An Australian champion in an overseas country, like we haven't had that since Casey Stoner, I think.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So it's cool to have someone from our country to go and win something internationally pretty dominantly. So yeah, like I've spoken to Tom, and we were always cool. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see that, and yeah, it's exciting.
They're pretty down to earth. You guys are pretty down to earth and staying grounded. Do you think that's an Aussie thing? I know Corey sort of mentions that a few times on his podcast. He also mentions the dedication with you guys. You've already explained that to us, so we don't need to go over it again. You're paying your parents back for all their efforts. We've given them the rewards. So do you see what Corey's talking about though with the American kids? Do some of them seem a little bit ungrateful, like without bagging them or naming anyone, obviously?
You can bag
but
them.
do you see it? Like, do you?
It's just I think the difference is that the Americans are very used to it, but the difference between us is we're coming from an overseas country 30,000 k's away, and we have to make the most of it because that's the chance we have, and we have to do whatever it takes to win. And I think the Americans don't have that in their mind. I just think that's the difference.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's good insight. Any other questions from you, Tom? It must be.
I think I've thrown everything out that I've wanted to know. I've loved every second of this.
What's the temperature there in Sydney? I don't know why it's relevant, but you're in a tank top.
It's nice.
Yeah,
No,
looks
it's
nice.
good. It's nice.
What about in Queensland? Pretty hot up there at the moment. You get the fan going the whole
No, it's
time.
pretty overcast right now.
It was pretty stormy before, but the last few days has been like 40 degrees with 80% humidity. It's been terrible.
Oh wow! Imagine going for a run in that. You'd come back looking like a
I
prude.
did.
Yeah.
How do you? That's my head and Bodie. How do you go with the Fahrenheit and the miles?
I get pretty used to it. Like I can do the conversions pretty good.
Mm.
Like
Yeah,
normally around Fahrenheit, I'm maybe 3 or 4 degrees off when I do say Fahrenheit or miles. So yeah, I got my head around it pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. And the other question I wanted to ask you was Cruiser's social media goes off like a frog in a sock. Have you been helping him with that or?
No, I don't. I'm not the greatest at social media, but yeah, the stuff that he does in the basement's pretty cool.
Have you been down to do that as well?
I can do it, but Cruz does it pretty good.
I just see that big wall of trophies, thinking hopefully one day he doesn't throw the bike.
Hold on, you weren't just admitting that Cruz is better at something than you, were you?
Yeah, I mean he can do a few things that I can't do, but I can do one or two things. Well, two things that he can't.
I'm guessing that size and all that sort of is coming into that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no one likes riding a bike that's way too small for them. I mean, you'd be pretty big on that, on one of those little electric stay. What are they? Stay stick? Stay sick? Stay sick. I can never say.
Yeah, no, Cruz is pretty talented, so he can do some pretty cool stuff on that thing.
So would he be your top pick for an up and coming rider? Like obviously he's still really young. He's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
If he sticks with it, his skill set's going to be pretty amazing by the time he's your age.
Yeah, of course. I'm trying to help him with that as well. A few things that I know. And just trying to help him with Corey as well. Just keep his head on straight and just focus.
Do you guys think about your competitors at all? Like it's really, good not to compare. Like, but is there guys that sort of intimidate you a little bit or anything?
Not really. My mindset is no one's better than me. I can beat anyone I race, and no one can tell me anything different. You know, like I'm 100% sure that I can win, and there's no one that really intimidates me. Like I'll race anyone, but only person that I don't like lining up against is this guy. So,
well, at least you can tell him off afterwards, and it won't turn into a fight.
Yeah.
I don't know. We didn't go there. Do you guys get into it or?
Sometimes. But it's good for me though, because I'm a lot stronger than him, so he always lands on his head.
Just put him in a headlock and that'll quieten him up a bit.
Yeah. I think I go into the weekend just thinking about myself and what my job is, and all I'm focused is making sure I'm doing the training to get it done and making sure I'm going to get it done on the weekend. But I'm not really intimidated by anyone that I race with. I just go out there and do what I have to do, whether if that's the harsh side of things where it's I have to make a hard move, then it's gotta happen. But
I think the mentality of lining up against people and just looking at them as in it's just another dude with a helmet on. It's not anyone in particular. It's just someone else I got to get past. Like, I think taking away, like, oh man, I got to beat that guy, or he's going to be really fast. I got to try and beat him. I think if you just treat everyone as the same, I think you got a good mentality going that way.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten into a few, fights with people, but like, they just haven't done it to me again.
Make them regret it, and they won't ever want to do it again. Yep.
You see it. I've even seen it in AFTN. I've seen a few people going at each other, and that always happens in high-end competitive racing anyway. I was just curious to to see how strong your mindset is, which seems pretty damn strong. So
Yeah.
I think it's just onwards and upwards for you boys, and maybe your younger sister in the future. It'd be great to see a female Paige racer out there as well.
Hopefully, try
It's good seeing women in the sport, and sounds like she might have a bit of feistiness in her as well. And
yeah, for sure.
A couple of good mentors to look up to too.
Yeah, awesome. So let's finish it off and see if we can start a brother fight. So what's the
I know
Jake?
what
Jake? What's the one thing that Brody does that just pisses you off? Oh, he's got to think pretty hard, Brody.
Yeah, he might have bolted.
He's got a few things that he can
No,
say.
there's just some things I can say. I'm trying to pick
Just say it, dude. Just say
it. He always thinks he's better than me at something, and when I am better, he just doesn't like it, and it's just terrible for me because I'm gonna get dropped on my face. So.
It's not that. I'll just try my best to beat him.
Yeah.
So what about you, Brody? What's Jake do that just pisses you off?
There's a very long list.
Yeah.
I could name all of them now, but I would kind of
one's good enough. One's good enough.
I think the one thing that he does most is like he will like say I'll beat him in something, or he'll beat me in something, and we'll have say a game of pool, right? And we'll play one game of pool and he'll win, and I'll be like best of 3. And he's like, I'm gonna go do something else. He'll win and then go off.
Doesn't give you the chance to redeem yourself.
He'll beat me in a race, which rarely ever happens. And he'll be like, oh no, I'm better than you.
But we'll leave it at that.
The competitiveness is great.
Yeah. But I mean it's good for us. So it makes us better and makes us both equally hungry to win.
Yeah,
he's sitting next to you, and I'm watching the smirk on his face, and I'm pretty sure that Jake's thinking it's just because I'm smarter than you. I quit while I'm ahead.
You are going to start a fight, aren't you?
Yeah.
I've got a big brother. Yeah, you gotta have a few. Toughens you up, makes you stronger.
Yeah.
He just knows I'm better than him, so he just tries to rub it in, but that's okay.
Well, it's been awesome having you on. Thanks, guys, for agreeing to Tom. Tom chased you on this one. And where did you meet them at Barley Ranch, was it?
Yeah.
And
it's been awesome. And for sure, if we have something that we can talk about, then we'll message you guys for sure and see if we can do something.
Yeah, anytime you want, come on. Yeah, tell us how you're going overseas. What's been happening. All that, everything,
yeah, for sure.
Did you guys? That's all right. I know it's a pretty long list, but if you've got another half an hour, did you want to let us know about your sponsors? Give them a shout out.
Yeah. Importantly, I'd like to thank Mission, Revit for this year, Food Sport, Arai helmets, 64 degree, Killamore service. I know I'm missing a few here. CTR, Corey. Oh, yeah, obviously.
Nah, fuck Corey. Make sure he listens to that, Bodie.
You'll never be allowed in America ever.
But I think I'm missing a few, but they know who they are, and I appreciate them and can't thank them endlessly.
Awesome. What about you, Jake?
I just want to thank Corey for helping me out for next year and this year, sorting me out for a contract for next year. And I want to thank everyone who helped me, my whole family, mum and dad, and then,
I was going to say, you also got the most important, mum and dad.
Yeah,
mum and dad, they're the most
Son
important
of the
ones.
Year award there, Jake. You're showing Bodie up. You forgot mum and dad.
I said mum and dad. I said my whole family.
Did you? All right.
He did. Yeah, no, we'll give him that.
Sorry, mate.
That's it. You got to keep on top of Jake.
Yeah. No, I can't let him have it over me.
No, it's awesome.
It's been awesome chatting to you guys. And I'm sure that our listeners and watchers have enjoyed this one immensely. So you know what to do, guys. Go Flat Tracker. I've said it backwards, Tom. Keep it sideways and go Flat Tracker. Flog that like button. Share the KLAVR Flat Track Pod with your mates and family. And support all these amazing young racers that we have going overseas and here at home. And let's keep the sport growing.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
All good.
See you next time.
Go Flat Tracker. Go Flat Tracker. Go, go, go.